everyone, today we will be discussing climate change and its impact on our planet. Let's begin with question 1. What is climate change and what are the primary causes of it? Candidate 1, please share your thoughts.
Climate change refers to the long-term alteration of global weather pattern caused by increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The primary causes of climate change include human activities like deforestation and burning of fossil fuels.
I agree with my friend Ritika. It's important to note that natural factors like volcanic eruptions and changes in solar radiation can also contribute to climate change.
But the overwhelming majority of scientific evidences suggest that human activities are the main driver of climate change.
Thank you, candidate 1, 2, and 3. Let's move on to question 2. How does climate change affect our planet, wildlife, and society? Candidate 4, please share your thoughts.
Climate change has significant and far-reaching effects on our planet, wildlife, and society. It can lead to rising sea level, more frequent and severe natural disasters, loss of biodiversity, and negative impacts on our agriculture, human health, and global economy.
It's worth mentioning that developing countries are often the most vulnerable to the effect of climate change, despite contributing the least to its causes. Yes, and it's also important to note that some communities are disproportionately affected by climate change, such as indigenous people and low-income populations. Great point, candidate 4, 5, and 6. Let's move on to question 3. What are some possible solutions to address climate change and what action can individual take to help? Candidate 7, please share your thoughts.
There are many possible solutions to address climate change, including reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and investing in sustainable practices.
Individuals can take action by reducing their carbon footprint, supporting sustainable businesses and practices, and advocating for policies that prioritize the environment.
Education and awareness campaign can also play an important role in encouraging people to make sustainable choices and promoting environmental consciousness.
Thank you, candidate 7, 8, and 9. Now over to second moderator.
Thank you, moderator 1. Excellent ideas, candidates 7, 8, and 9. Let's move on to question 4. What are some of the challenges we face in addressing climate change and how can we overcome them? Candidate 10, please share your thoughts.
One of the biggest challenges is the lack of political will and cooperation among nations to address climate change. In addition, some industries and governments are resistant to changing their practices and there is often a trade-off between economic growth and environmental protection. Another challenge is that climate change is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach to address.
Overcoming these challenges will require a concerted effort from government, businesses, and individuals to work together and take action on climate change. Great points, candidate 10, 11, and 12. Finally, let's discuss question 5. How can governments, businesses, and individuals work together to take action on climate change? Candidate 13, please share your thoughts.
Governments can set ambitious emission reduction targets and create policies and incentives to encourage businesses to transition to cleaner energy sources and reduce their carbon footprint.
Businesses can invest in renewable energy, implement sustainable practices, and prioritize environment responsibility in their decision making.
Individuals can support these efforts by making sustainable choices in day-to-day practices.
Thank you, candidate 13, 14, and 15. That concludes our discussion. And thank you once again.